It's the NBA Finals, but yet again, we're talking about LeBron James free agency. And there's a lot to do about LeBron James free agency. People are wondering, is he going to go to Houston? Is he going to stay in Cleveland? Is he going to go to LA and meet with Paul George? There's rumors that he's going to meet with Paul George after the finals. Is LeBron James going to go back to Miami? But out of all the stories, the one that interests me the most is the fact or the possibility of LeBron James going to the Golden State Warriors. A lot of people laugh at that idea, they scoff at that idea. But I remember when Kevin Durant was a free agent and my friends were debating where would he go. And the first thing I said, Golden State. Makes absolute most sense. I wasn't thinking about him losing to them in the Western Conference Finals. I wasn't thinking about any of that. I was simply thinking about where would you go where you can play basketball at a high level. You can have poor nights and nights off and still be able to function. And you wouldn't carry the load. Golden State. It all made sense to me. As soon as he was a free agent, I said, Golden State, that's where, if I'm him, that's where I would land for basketball purposes. I'm not thinking about my legacy or anything. I'm just saying the best place to have a chance to win basketball games and become an NBA champion. Golden State is where you would go. Now, if you look at LeBron James, fast forward to him now, and this summer, depending on what happens in the finals, if the Cavs lose in the finals, then definitely he should explore the option to go to Golden State. And I know he's going to take a hit in terms of his legacy, but his legacy already has taken a hit because he hasn't three-peated. That's number one. He hasn't won six. He's not 6-0. He's already has 5 finals losses. If he loses this year, he's going to have 6 finals losses. If he goes to Golden State, him playing at a high level, if he links up with KD, he links up with Stephen Curry, those guys have 2 to 3 to maybe 4 years left in the tank. LeBron has 3 years prime level in his tank, if it looks like it. Those 3 combined, they would be able to win 2 to 3 more championships, if not 4. So if you're LeBron, that's a win-win because you have 3. If you could get to 6 championships, maybe 7 championships, that's something that Mike never did. Then on top of that, he could bolster his numbers. He could break every single record and be efficient at it because he has KD and Steph. Of course, the Warriors will probably have to give up Clay or Andre Iguodala or Draymond Green. They'll have to give up a combination of those two. And then if you think about it, you're getting a LeBron in return all you guys got to do is put shooters around him. High IQ guys that can shoot the basketball. You have KD and Steph who can shoot the basketball and put it on the floor with a LeBron James who can put it on the floor. That team is virtually unstoppable. So if you're LeBron James, you really have to explore this. Even though you're going to take a hit, even though you're going to, you beat the team that joined you. I mean, you joined the team that beat you. But at the end of the day, it's like, if you think about all the other options he has. Philly is a young team. Joel Embiid is injury prone. And Ben Simmons can't shoot. You don't know how long that's going to take for him to develop. And on top of that, you don't know if the organization is going to be able to keep their core intact and bring you on board to sign for max money. And LeBron James doesn't want to take less money. You don't want to stay in Cleveland because they're inept. They're inept from the top, from Dan Gilbert to the coaching staff to Ty Lue. You saw the timeout situation. You don't want to go to Houston. Number one, you're in the West. The competition is stiffer. And you have to be facing Golden State every single time. So that means if you don't beat Golden State, you don't even get to the finals. So this streak of consecutive finals, it ends. If you lose to the Warriors in the Western Conference Finals. You don't want to do that. In addition to that, CP3 is injury prone. He has a hamstring injury. He had an ankle injury. So sometimes knee bothered him. He's had thumb injuries. There's so many injuries that CP3 has had that have held them out of the playoffs. So do you really want to deal with an aging CP3 when you have to deal with that in Dwayne Wade in Miami? You saw how that played out. He left. And they left 2 championships. Well, I would say they left 1 championship on the floor. It wasn't due to Dwayne Wade's injury. It's more to LeBron James never being in a hard-pressed moment where he needed to be. Jason Terry outplayed him in that Dallas series. But out of all of the scenarios, if you go to Golden State, I don't know what they would do, like a sign and trade Clay and make room for LeBron James to have a 3rd max contract. I think LeBron would take less money to go there anyway, but you would have the NBA on lock for like the next 5 years. 5 straight years of straight domination. Because if LeBron ain't going, Steph is going. Steph ain't going, KD is going. And there's nobody that can guard that trio, period. If that trio ever to come to fruition, there's nobody that can guard that trio. It is just a thought. I know a lot of people think it's far-fetched. A lot of people think about pride and all stuff. Like, oh, this team beat you for the finals or whatever. But these guys don't care about that. Because at the end of the day, it's all about the history books for LeBron. And honestly, he would be like the first player that could say, I went to 3 different franchises and won the title. I'm a star player, 3 different franchises. I won a title at each one. I hate it. Like, just thinking about this combination of players together, I hate it. But common sense wise, this is the best move. This is the best move for LeBron. And a lot of people thought KD would never do what he did, and I called it immediately. I said he's going to Golden State. That's the best place to go. That's the best place to go. You don't have to deal with no BS. You got good coaching. You got great players. You got good community, great system. You have they don't have a bench now, but their bench is better than a lot of people's benches. So that being said, man, don't be surprised if LeBron James is putting on that Warrior blue and gold next season. I wouldn't be surprised at all. Now, if you're the Warriors organization, you want to keep Klay and Steph and everybody together because that's what makes the system work. But LeBron James is like a once-in-a-lifetime talent. So if you get him on a team and the way that he breaks down defenses and does everything on the court, we all agree LeBron's a better player than Klay. It's just you're thinking about longevity. But if right now you can win a bunch of championships, 3, 4 straight in a row, and then on top of that, you guys got to remember they're moving to that new arena that they spent billions of dollars on. They're going to have that arena packed every single night for KD, LeBron, and Steph. They're going to jam-pack that house right there. So it's a win-win situation for LeBron. It's a win-win situation for the Golden State Warriors. But it's not a win-win situation in terms of competition and fans because it would be like, the souped-up superpower soup. But you guys got to know, KD took a page out of LeBron's book. Let me go to the Warriors. LeBron went to Miami. LeBron's like, next season, I'm one-upping you. So either I'm going to win a championship this year or I'm going to go build a better super team. So we'll see how that plays out. But to me, that would be the best option for him, putting pride aside.